Robbins here with Birds By's YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a DIY of a mini fairy garden. So without further ado, let's get started. So I already had these supplies on hand that I had bought a while ago. I got these moss rocks, got them from the Dollar Tree. And this is what they look like inside. I couldn't use the whole thing done up because it didn't fit in my little tiny container. That was the only size that I could get. I couldn't find anything bigger. So anyways, I decided to cut the moss rock to take the moss part off. You could probably just use regular moss if you wanted to, but I didn't want a huge mess of moss, so that's why I did it this way. And I just cut some of the moss rocks in half. There was some styrofoam that I had to take out, and then I just glued the moss to the bottom of the lid. Well, it's the actual top of the lid, but the inside top, because that was going to be my base. So I decided where exactly I wanted to put the moss, and then once I had that decided, I glued in the pieces. There was 2 pieces that I glued in, and that made my bottom. So once I had my bottom made, I decided what I was going to put inside. And another reason why I cut the styrofoam out is because my little container was very small, so I had to make sure everything fit inside. So I did have to alter some of the pieces of items that I was putting inside, and I had this little tree stem, probably from Christmas, because I hardly throw out anything. So I just cut that to make a little tree. Then at the beginning of spring, I had bought a bunch of gnomes, tiny mini gnomes and fairies and little animals. So I took that out to use, and I had decided to put a gnome in that one. And I wasn't sure what I was going to put beside. So I remembered I had another tree part from, crafting at Christmas time. So I tried using that tree, but it was a little too big. So I cut it a bit to see if it would fit, but then I decided not to use it. So then I went back to the original little tree, and I used some hot glue to stick it in. And this is what it looks like. And I thought it needed something a bit more in there. So I was going to use this little bunny, but then I remembered I had these pink rocks. So I decided what I would do is I'd use some hot glue in the bottom, put a blob of it there, and then I'd use the pink rocks and to just place them in or pour them in on top of the glue, so then it would look like a little path. And I had to keep flipping over the little base and let some rocks fall out into my hand, and then put them back in. I did this a couple of times, and still some of them didn't stick, so then I had to physically pick up each little rock and stick it into the glue until I got what I was looking for. And I decided that I would just keep it looking like that. It didn't need any other embellishments. And then I decided, once I had all my rocks in place, that I would put the lid on. Now, I wasn't too crazy about these lids because they're not quite see-through. So I decided not to glue the lid on because I thought maybe if I decided to give this to someone, they could take it off. Then I decided to make another one, and I used this Christmas tree piece, and I just cut it so it would look like a tree. And I had to shorten it a bit because, like I said, the little container is very small. And I was going to use it like that way, but I decided I didn't like the look of it. So I flipped it the other way. And this one's having a little fairy inside. And I'm just measuring to make sure that it's not too big. Here I am flipping it. I liked it better that way. I thought it looked cuter. Just measuring to make sure it looks okay. And then I had this little bunny figurine, so I decided to put him inside. And this is what it looks like. It's cute. And here's what the first one looks like. Little gnome entry. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. And until next time, have a great day. Try and do something today that you have been putting off, and maybe it'll give you some kind of accomplishment since we're all stuck indoors. And take care, everyone. I hope you enjoy your weekend, and until next time, bye for now.